Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we are going to be trying the Leia sponge. Everyone was asking me to try this. Yes, it looks like a penis. I'm not going to touch any more on that. But loads of people wanted me to try it out, see how it goes, see if it's worth the price tag, and just what all the fuss is about, really. So we're going to try that today. Let me apologize for saying my eyebrows. I've just laminated them, and I can't really do anything to them for 24 hours, so that's good. So this is how they are. But we're just going to be doing foundation, concealer, blusher, bronzer, whatever today. So everything, no eyeshadow. But yes, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life. And it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then do please consider subscribing. Okay, should we just do it? So, the Leia sponge. It says right on the back here, creates professional makeup results flawlessly for an artist applied look with a smooth, even finish. So it says we can create a full or sheer coverage with our foundation. It's great for applying contour, bronzing and blushing and using liquid and creams with no product waste. So I'm guessing no powder. Fine, whatever. I don't like to use a sponge for powder anyway. So straight up, one of the first things that I really liked about a sponge was the case it came with. That breathable, oh, is it magnetic? I think it's magnetic case. This is nice. We like that. I have watched the instructional video on their website just to see how to use it because although a sponge, oh, what's all that shit on it? Oh, why's it got like, I haven't opened it and it's got all this crap on it. And I don't know if you can see, it's got like this weird, like dusty crap on it. So that's great. I don't know what that is. You know what? I don't have time. I'm just going to use it. On the website, it suggested in the video, the textured side we're going to use to like blend the product in. The smooth side we can use to apply the product and to apply skincare and to add like, you know, if we want to draw lines on our face, whatever, we can use that side. I think I'm going to be using more of a textured side first and seeing how that goes. It's a kind of a decent texture. I really like from my beauty blenders and sponges, I do like them to be, although this isn't a sponge, I do like them to have that really nice bounce and really nice cushion to it. It's not as sticky as maybe it looks. Like it can definitely like, yeah, it's cool. It's all right. Again, I don't know what that crap is on there. So let's use it to add a little bit of primer and then we'll go on with foundation, concealer and all the rest. Okay. Let's go. Go with the Professional Light Primer from Benefit. See how we get on. I'm going to use the smooth side to apply. That's a really strange feeling. It feels cold, almost wet. It's absolutely going on very, very smooth. Let's try and do a little more tapping into the skin. Now, let's just talk while I'm tapping this in about this kind of product. There is nothing in me. Now, listen, just before I say this, I know a lot of people think I just complain and moan, but you know what? I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm like, oh my God, I love this idea when I actually don't. But here's the deal. I'm always going to give you an honest review, whether my feelings before agree with the outcome or not. But what I was going to say is I don't see why, from looking at this, bear in mind I haven't used it yet, from what I've seen online, why this would be worth $59. That's a lot of money, right? So much stuff is getting caught to it. It's so annoying. So we'll see. I don't know. Okay. Primer's on. Primer's good. Feels great. It definitely feels like it's part of my skin, which is nice. I was expecting maybe it to just leave a layer on my skin, but no, it feels really good. There's so much fluff on this. I think it's because I just used a new towel on my face. The fluff, I still don't know what these little bits are, but the fluff anyway. Okay, so let's try. Let's go in with my Pat McGrath foundation. And on the video on the website, it said to apply little bits in little areas and blend as you go, which I think is nice. I think that's a really nice way to apply foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the occasional little bits initially, and then we'll go in with more if I feel I need more coverage later. And we're going to use the textured side of a sponge now to blend that in. You don't want to whack it on the face. You do still kind of want that pressure right there. So I'm going to hold my fingers right at the back and maybe a little bit down so it still allows a bit of movement, but we still get that coverage as well. One thing is, once it gets like a bit of fluff on it, it's going to transfer that bit of fluff right onto your face. I actually, maybe it's just this particular foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation on my face because I feel like it's not moving the foundation round as much as I would like. Quite nice with this little corner. You can get right into these areas around the nose. Now, this doesn't, I keep calling it a sponge and it's not a sponge, sorry. Now, this doesn't hold product. So, for example, if I want to go and use it where it's here, not much comes off, but that's fine. There's this kind of like, with sponges holding product, like it's bad because it wastes your product, but at the same time, like sometimes it's good so it can move product around the face a little bit more. Okay, I actually don't like the way this is going on, but I think it's because of my primer. I never have much luck with the Benefit professional things, and this was a newer version, so I wanted to try it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this and try a different primer and go from there. So sometimes the best primer for me is just a serum. So I'm using Good Light. We Come in Peace Probiotic Serum. If you have oily skin, serums are perfect just to add just the right amount of moisture to the skin without it being overwhelmingly hydrating. But serums really pack a punch when it comes to moisture, so that's always good. Ooh. Okay, I'm actually going to try another foundation as well. I think I'm going to grab my Lisa Eldridge one. So this is Seamless Skin. It's a little bit dirty. I use it a lot. So let's grab, that's better. It's a bit more, it's a tiny bit more coverage to it. Let's try that again. I do quite like when I'm going around my nose, I can use the flat edge here, or if I twist it just slightly, I can use that pointed edge and get right into all these little tiny crevices. I think I just want a little bit more coverage on my nose here. Building up coverage in general, little by little, is a really, really great technique to use for foundation because you don't want to go too crazy. Initially, you want to see what you can cover first. I always get like a little bit of discoloration here. Okay, cute. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use two different shades. I'm going to use a shade to cover up my blemishes, and then I'm going to use a shade for under my eyes and see how close we can get around the eye area. So let's just start. Where's that thing gone? Here. This spot, honestly, was there for weeks. I personally like to do my concealer after my foundation. I know some people do it before on the face, but I like to see how much my foundation covers first, and I'll go in with my concealer for extra coverage. If you can really hear the rain going, I love the sound of the rain, but it's just in the window behind me up there, so it might be a little bit loud. Looks good. It looks nice. It looks blended. It looks really smooth. Looks good. Okay, let's try the lighter shade under the eye. Let's see how close to my eye we can get. We're going to use the concealer from Rare Beauty for under the eyes. I was going to do where I usually put my lighter concealer. Tiniest amount just there. Let's go. I'm going to use like the edge here just to get right up into that corner, right up around my eyes. I think I used a bit too much. Whoopsie. I think one thing you need to consider, which I don't think I did just then with my concealer, is that when you're using an applicator with a different texture, be it sponge or brush, you may have to slightly adapt how much of a product you're using. I definitely should have used less, as this isn't a product that picks up makeup. I should have used the exact amount that I wanted instead of applying too much and it not blending out as well. I feel like with use and a bit more practice using it, then you'll learn that kind of like mixture levels. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, cool. So far, so good. Yeah, I really do like it so far. Okay, let's contour. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Cream Contour. And I'm actually going to use a spatula to take, do I have one? Now, in the video, the person used the edge to apply and then went on, shit, did they use, I can't remember which side they used. Where are we? Here. Okay, so that's my contour. I like it nice and grey. Okay, and then we're going to use the textured side to blend seamlessly. And we're going to warm that up with some bronzer, don't worry. I do have to say that is that is the best this contour product has ever looked on my skin. I like this contour product anyway, but that actually looks really nicely blended and like it's part of my face. That's really nice. I actually really like that. Oh, it works so good with creams. So what I'm doing right now is creating the shadow that I want from my contour, and then I'll go in with a bit of cream bronzer, and I'm gonna just go slightly above and warm up that shadow, that spot. Where should I go? Great, I don't feel like any of my foundation has been disturbed underneath. It actually just looks like how it should. Okay, let's do the same with our bronzer. So I'm going to use Butter Biscuit from Fenty again. So smooth side to apply the actual bronzer, which I'm going to place just here. Almost on the edges of that cold contour that I did. And we'll just warm up the nose also. I like it. I like it a lot. Obviously, hands are getting a little bit dirty here, so let me just give them a little bit of a wipe. Okay, let's do a little bit of blush, which I'm going to use on my cheeks because my face is a little bit longer. I've concentrated quite a lot up here. So to level it out, I'm just going to use a blush on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to go into the Danessa Merritt's Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. I've been dying to try this. I did use a bit of a lighter one, but I really just like this color right here. I don't want to ruin the palette, so I'm going to scrape a little bit out with my spatula and use it from the back of my hand. When I say ruin the palette, I mean I don't want to get like another color involved in there. I'm excited to try this. Okay. Actually, I think I want to use, let me just try on the other side here. Applying the color with the flat side first. And then going with the texture side, because I feel like I want a bit more product from it. Can you even see that color? Maybe not. That's better. It is kind of like stamping. Can you see there's like the occasional like globule of blusher, because it's kind of like getting caught in like the brain like crevices and then sticking. Definitely need to do some foundation here. So let's do that. So considering I just use a lot of layers of different blush and product, it doesn't look like that on my skin. It's blended really, really well. Yeah. Okay, let's try highlighter and let's use Mesmerize from Rare Beauty. I'm just gonna check for all those areas that are glowing and apply my highlighter there. Not all of them, of course, just the occasional few. Done. Everything seemed to blend nicely. Let me get something on my lips and let me powder just on this area here. I don't think the sponge is going to... I don't know what to call it. Blender? I don't think the blender is going to be any good for powder, so we won't try and use it for powder. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's summarize the whole thing. Okay, so here's the deal. It did exactly what it said it was going to do. Very, very impressed, actually, really impressed. The only thing for me personally, it was really, really good at doing your foundation. However, I found it better and maybe more effective. What's wrong with the focus on this today? However, I did find it better and more effective at blending in all the other products. The bronzer, blusher, contour, everything like that. I actually felt like that had more of like, oh my God, effect than the foundation and concealer did. Yes, it was really good at doing everything, including foundation and concealer. However, for me, old habits die hard, and I would personally still use a brush on my foundation and concealer. I did go in under the eyes with a small blending brush just to get that better blend under the eye. But other than that, it's really, really good. I would use it for my cream bronzer, cream contour, blush, highlight, etc. But I do think it is very good at doing the full face. When I think about price point, I think if you... It's cute. I feel like if you buy beauty blenders a lot, perhaps the brand beauty blender, how much are they? And if you buy it like what, once every 6 months? I don't know how often you need to change them. I don't personally use them often at all. So $50 really is what's that, like 2.5 beauty blenders? And if it's something you can wash and just use over and over again, then I definitely think it's worth it. I do think you will have to have a tiny bit of patience initially as you start using it and getting used to it and getting the right balance of product, because it will differ to what you were using before. But other than that, I think what's happened? Why does my camera keep focusing differently? But yes, I do think it's a good product. I do think it's worth the price tag. Also, if you are a beauty blender person and keep having to buy them often, I think you'll really, really like the finish that this gives you. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I would love to know your opinions below. Do you think $50 is worth it for a blender? Let me know. Thanks again for joining me. Please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.